You know that moment where you've decided something to change your firm. You open a new browser in your say Chrome or Safari to research options. And 40 minutes later, you've done nothing except add three more things to your look into list. Now, for practicing law, that instinct to slow down and avoid mistakes makes sense. But for running a law business, it's exactly what's keeping us all stuck. As lawyers, we're trained that mistakes have consequences. And certainly if you miss a limitation date or misread a clause, you certainly don't get a do-over. So our brain learns, don't move until you're sure, check it again, get it perfect. Now that works in legal work and it should, but running a business is a different game. Business is messy. There is no authoritative answer, and there's certainly no exact precedent for your exact situation that you're going through. So if you wait for certainty, you don't move. And if you don't move, you don't get any feedback. And if you don't get any feedback, it means zero improvement and you're just stuck. So instead of being perfect, I want you to aim to be directionally correct. Make a thoughtful decision, act on it, and then adjust based on what actually happens. Let me give you a couple of examples. Say, example number one, delegation. You know you shouldn't be drafting everything yourself. But you tell yourself, I'll hand this off once I've written a good SOP, which in our mind, needs to be the perfect SOP. So in the meantime, you stay late after your staff goes home, fixing stuff in their letters that they could write. In the meantime, you're trying to perfect this perfect SOP. But directionally correct looks like choose a task, say a statement of claim, record a 10-minute Loom video, give them a rough template, and let one of your associates have a go. Then sit down once, review their work, and update the SOP based on what actually went wrong. Now, the first version won't be pretty because it's real, and real gives you something to refine, right? And then example two, say marketing. You want better clients, but you're waiting until your branding, your website, and positioning are all perfect. But underneath that, there's often this quieter fear that goes, if I say the wrong thing in public, it'll be live online forever. So you say nothing, no posts, no emails, no signal to the kind of clients that you actually want. So instead, directionally correct might be once a week, share one practical insight you'd be happy to give a good client for free. And once a fortnight, for example, send a short, here's what we're seeing plus how we're thinking about an email to your contacts. Keep it accurate, keep it sensible, and if something doesn't land, you can always clarify it next time. So the point is not to publish the perfect thought leadership piece. See, the point is to see what people respond to so you can double down on what actually works. So you can think about it like action, feedback, refinement, which goes back to action. And that's how businesses grow, not through perfect plans sitting in your head. When we stop demanding certainty and start acting, we trade the quiet anxiety of, I should really be doing something, for the cleaner, honest discomfort of, I'm learning as I go. One keeps you stuck in your head. The other actually builds you a better business. So if you're listening to this and recognizing yourself, tabs open, ideas half researched, nothing implemented, here's your experiment. Pick one area, say, delegation or marketing. Decide on one tiny directionally correct action you can take this week. Not the perfect move, just the next sensible step. And of course, the fear will be, what if I choose wrong? And that's exactly the point of this video. You see, it's that courage is not the absence of fear, it's taking action despite the fear. And if you want a calm second set of eyes on that decision, I've left a link to my website below where you can book a free call and you can tell me the choices that you're hesitating on. And just remember, you don't need certainty to move. You just need the courage to be roughly right and willing to adjust. Cool. Hope that helped and catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.